G'day, Tragic here, and welcome to another What is in this box? Okay, so let's have a look, shall we? It could be something cool, it could be not something cool, but you know, I'm gonna think it's cool, regardless of whether it's cool or not. Now, let's try and get this all open. Okay, so for starters, I got a couple more alien dice. This completes my alien dice collection. I now have 4 blacks and 3 of these. What are they called? Stress dice or whatever they call it. So that allows me to basically have a pool for the entire table. Everyone has their own dice, which is how I like to roll. Now, we are coming, so there's a couple of books here. We are coming to the end of our Alien campaign. We're probably going to finish up with Alien maybe early next year. And we're going to do Call of Cthulhu next. So I bought the kind of unnecessary investigator handbook, but I've always wanted this handbook. I just never actually bought it before. Zoom in a little. Yeah, so this is just a little guide on how the investigators work, a lot more detail. This isn't actually necessary for running Call of Cthulhu, but it does help cases and make these great little, they've got little internal bookmarks and stuff. So yeah, that's very cool. I also got a Keeper Shield. This is the official one. The generic one, I should say. They make a number of these shields for different, you know, major campaigns that you can use. Wow, this is torn. I think that's just a protective cover at least. That's going to affect the resale value a little bit. Comes with a quest. I didn't even know it came with a quest. Whole bunch of maps and handouts. And of course the actual screen itself, with all the extra information that I will probably want to use so I don't screw up as much. Now there is versions of these shields for all the big major quests like Nyarlathotep and stuff, but this is just a generic one. I'm a little upset. How does this fold back up? That folds, there we are. Not quite sure what all this stuff is. They're definitely maps. This must be lots of cool stuff, and I'm gonna have to go through all that. I thought this was just a shield, but it looks like it comes with an actual story. Miss Dews and Backwater Creek. Yeah, so this is a little adventure. Oh, I didn't even know it came with that. That's pretty awesome. But this is the real deal. This is what I actually am after. This is called Horror on the Orient Express. This is the 2nd edition collected editions. Now, the Horror on the Orient Express comes with a little map of Europe, it should. Oh, very cool. So this red line is the actual express train. So the Horror of the Orient Express is one of the two incredibly large and famous campaigns for Call of Cthulhu. There's the Nyarlathotep one as well. Now, this came out in 91. This has been updated for 7th edition, and you start off with a mystery, it's like, the elevator thing is a man gets murdered 3 separate times, and you start out at London, and it goes all the way to Istanbul by here, but it also has, and this is a new edition in recent years. I don't think it's actually from this edition. I think it's from the last edition, but it also has a number of standalone adventures in different time periods and even different planets, like dreamlands and stuff like, well, not technically planets, but you know what I mean, other worlds like dreamlands that tell other aspects of the story. So in the original ones where you'd get like an info dump from the keeper, that's what they call the GM in COC, the keeper, where you'd get an info dump. In these ones, you actually go and play a mini adventure describing the events that might lead to the players having an understanding of what an artifact is or where it's from or the history. Now, this is an epic campaign. Now, the original was actually released in multiple books over time. There was like 4 or 4. I can't remember exactly. I think there was at least 6 books, I think. And this is all in a single book, right? Well, it's in 2 books. This is London to the Alps. And this one is Italy to Constantinople. Oh, it's Istanbul or Constantinople. No, it's Istanbul or Constantinople. Nobody knows but the Turks. Whatever. Good old They Might Be Giants. Does anyone remember that? How old am I? Pretty old. Anyway, so this is an epic campaign and arguably one of the more famous ones in the series. And this is what we're going to start playing next year. We don't know whether we'll be able to get through this, but we're definitely going to give it a try. And I'm going to get one more thing for this. I have to read these ginormous books. Plus I need to I also want to get there's basically, I think it's called Pillsbury's, I can't remember the name, it's like Pillsbury or something like that. He writes these almanacs. It's like a character in the story, he writes almanacs. So there's Pillsbury's Eldritch Horror Compendium or something, which is like a bestiary basically. I want to get that, so I'm better at doing the bestiaries. And there's also a grimoire that has breakdowns of detailed breakdowns of all the spells. I'm going to get that as well. I don't really need them. I just want them for my completion of my keeperness. But yeah, so this is a crazy. Oh, what's up, Push? You want to go outside? It's raining though. Yes, okay. Okay, so I'm going to do some RPG book reviews a bit later, now that I've played Alien quite a lot. And yeah, I'll go through these ones as well. I mean, it's an absolutely epic story, this. Now, I played some of this as a player down in like 92 or 93 or wherever it was. So I know a little bit about it. I'll be GMing this, or being a keeper, or whatever the hell they call it. And that's that. So that's the new one that's going to be replacing Alien. Now, Alien wasn't a huge hit for us, to be honest. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with the system. The game has its good points. It just fell a little flat for us, unfortunately, which kind of sucked. Oh, I think the problem with it was is that it's actually restrictive. The fact that it's, you know, sort of all set in the Aliens universe is actually a bit restrictive because it's all got to fit into the Aliens universe, you know what I mean? And it just didn't actually work as well as we wanted it to work. What we really wanted to do is experience, it's like, oh, a bit wet outside, is it? Running back in. Yes, I get ya, you're furry. And now you're wet fur. I'll dry you in a sec. Anyway, whatever. The point is, Aliens didn't really work for us because we wanted really existential sci-fi horror, and we sort of got trapped inside, you know, managing corporations and dealing with colonization and, you know, taxes for our ships, and, you know, fighting the monsters was there and it was cool, but it just wasn't really what we're looking for. So I've actually invested in a Kickstarter for a game called Mothership, which is basically Alien but without the alien stuff. I mean, you could run an Alien game in Mothership because it's sort of like an RPG structure to tell science fiction horror stories. So we're going to give that a go. But what we're really keen to do is do at least start the Orient Express, and we're going to probably not start this until mid next year, early next year, because we want to finish the Alien, because we're doing the Alien cinematic mode. We want to finish that cinematic story, and then probably have a little break, do something light, like I've been playing quite a lot of magical kitties save the world with my nephews and nieces, so I might try and run one of these games with my RPG group, see what different kind of mischief they get up to. You know, turn it into like a Tales from the Loop kind of horror story rather than, you know, little kids helping their humans with homework. Anyway, so that's it. Now I'll go through these. I'm going to start doing some RPG breakdowns because I'm really into RPGs the last, you know, since COVID basically, because you can play RPGs so well over, you know, Discord. And yeah, so let's hopefully these are going to go down really well, and I'll see you guys next time.